Hey, restaurant managers or future restaurant managers, today I'm going to teach you about the restaurant manager interview and how to get that job. Hey everybody, Ryan Gromfin here, author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, and founder of therestaurantboss.com, as well as clickbacon.com and scalemyrestaurant.com. Well, today is all about your interview, about getting that job or getting that next job, about mastering that interview. So I've put together 5 of the common modern day questions that you'll likely be asked that you should be prepared for, with some answers for you on how to address those in the interview. Now, a couple of quick tips for you as you go into this interview is definitely be prepared. Be prepared for this interview. Go through 20 or 30 questions that you might be asked, including the ones today. Have answers for those written down, rehearse them, but also be prepared for the job. If it's a restaurant manager position, ask ahead of time for a job description before you come into the interview. Review that. Make sure you're comfortable with all of the skills that are required on that job description. As an owner, as an operator, when I was operating or in the future ever, I would love for a candidate to call me and say, would you mind sending me the job description ahead of time? Would you mind giving me a list of the 5 or 10 most important things that you expect in this position ahead of the interview so I can make sure that I'm the right candidate for this job? So with that out of the way, let's get right into these questions. One of the questions you're likely always going to be asked in any interview is, could you tell me about yourself? Right? That first question. Hey, tell me about yourself. They are not looking for a history of you. They are not looking for your hobbies and your interests and the things that you like. If they are, they're going to ask you that. When they say, tell me a little bit about yourself, here is exactly what they're looking for. 1, what company you've recently worked at, your title, the time in that role, your major responsibilities, and any achievements or accomplishments. And you're going to go through this for each of your recent positions, maybe your 2 to 3 most recent positions, 1 to 2, but don't go beyond 3. So make sure that you list these out and you're prepared with these and you have them in your notes so you're not caught off guard. Okay, the second question you might be asked, and this one is a tricky one and it's becoming more common. It's a question that you should be asked, and if you're not being asked it, I want to talk to the person interviewing you because it is a very pertinent topic right now. And here is the question. Do you have any strategies for managing millennials? And here is a great answer to that question. As somebody who might even be considered a millennial, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. If you are, say that. If you're not, don't. I believe that people are people. While it's common to think that millennials are difficult to manage, the reality is that all people and personalities at the core are the same. I believe in creating a community that people want to be a part of. Nobody, especially millennials, wants to be told what to do. However, everybody wants to be a part of a winning team. It is important that we create an environment where your team wins together, has fun together, and works hard together. I want to show our employees where they fit in on the bigger team and how important their role on that team is. Then I want to show them how much more can be accomplished if everybody works together. Now, the most important thing about managing millennials is that they fit in. Millennials want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. If they can't see how their role is important to the team and how their involvement is good for the betterment of the team, they're not going to thrive in that environment. So there's a pre-written great answer for you to put into your own words. Another common question you might get asked is, why are you applying for the restaurant manager position here? It's really important to personalize this answer. So I'm giving you kind of the start to it, and then I want you to kind of go off on your own. So here's the start. I've been doing research on different companies in the area, and based on what I have read in online reviews and on job listing sites, this is a company that I want to be a part of. Now, here's where I need you to improvise a little bit. I need you to come up with one or two of your goals and how they match this restaurant in particular. For example, if you're applying at like a higher end fine dining restaurant, talk about your passions and your travels and your experiences with great high quality cutting edge food and how this restaurant is leading the charge on that in your community. Maybe the same thing about wine. If it's more about quick service, talk about how you're an entrepreneur at heart and you want to really develop more management skills because one day you'd like to be an owner or a franchisee or an operator of a similar type concept. If it's more of a type of concept that's ethnic, that ethnicity is either part of you or something that you love, talk about that. Talk about how you have such a passion for authentic Peruvian food, and this is one of the best Peruvian restaurants in the country, etc., etc., etc. So make it personal, but again, write those out and be prepared for it. Okay, another question that you're going to often get asked is, can you walk me through how you would handle a customer that's complaining about their meal? If you're not familiar with this method yet, I want to teach you the L.A.S.T method. You'll see on the screen, L-A-S-T. Listen, apologize, solve, and think. There's one more step that we're going to talk about after that, but first is listen. You always want to listen to the guest complaint. People want to be heard. Don't just sit there and be like, okay, all right, here's your free meal. No, listen. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to the words. Watch them. Really pay attention. That's one of the most important things you can do. So regurgitate this. Talk to the person that's interviewing you about the L.A.S.T method. So first is listen, then apologize. Whether you agree or disagree, they don't feel that they got the service or the quality or the food that they wanted. So you have to apologize for that. Then solve the problem, whatever the problem is. And lastly, thank them. Genuinely thank them. A complaint is a gift. A complaint is a gift, and I'm going to put a video up here about that for you, but a complaint is a gift. When someone complains, that is a gift for you because you can learn from that and improve from that. So talk about the L.A.S.T method and how you use the L.A.S.T method and why it's important to you. But then most importantly, here's my favorite thing to say about solving customer challenges or complaints is that one of the most beautiful things about the restaurant industry is that nobody leaves our business. Nobody leaves this restaurant without being happy. Period, end of story. You have the ability to do that. And where I compare this to is, let's say that someone buys a TV at a store, takes it home, the TV doesn't work or doesn't look the way it's supposed to or isn't the size it's supposed to be, whatever. Now they've got to box it back up and take it to the store. And now they're angry and it's been a waste of time and they've got holes in their wall. But think about a restaurant. If you adopt a rule, a mantra, a line in the sand that nobody leaves your restaurant unhappy, think about what that's going to do for the overall business. So always make sure that no matter what, at the end of the day, do whatever you have to do. But we have a rule in this restaurant, in any restaurant that you manage, that nobody ever leaves unhappy. That means that your staff has to be attentive. They have to be aware. When someone says, oh, everything is fine, they have to dig deeper into that. But nobody leaves unhappy. So those are the things that I would touch on in that question. And then the last thing is, what skills and qualifications do you have that make you a good fit for our restaurant? And here's the answer that I want to give you for that. I've reviewed the job requirements in your posting and I'm confident that I'm a good fit for several reasons. I'm passionate about delivering a high level of customer care. I'm flexible and available to work the less desirable hours that are important to this position. I love working in a team environment, and more importantly, I love mentoring and helping others achieve their goals. I believe in doing what I say I am going to do. This means making sure that projects and tasks that are assigned to me are completed on time. I also feel that is what managing is all about, making sure that everybody on the team is doing their job and doing it well. My past experiences have prepared me for this position. The combination of my computer, financial, and restaurant-specific hard skills with my communications, timeliness, and interpersonal soft skills make me a perfect fit for your manager position. Now again, put these in your words, but go ahead and copy those and edit them and make them whatever you want. But chances are you're going to be asked 3, 4, or even all 5 of these questions in your next interview. and I hope you absolutely go out and crush it. Remember, be a boss, and I look forward to bringing you another great video like this next week. Have a wonderful day. Want to improve your skills as a manager and make more money? Did you get handed the manager job and weren't given the support you need? Are you nervous about applying for a restaurant manager position? Managing restaurants, bars, and kitchens is not easy. I know. I have been there. I want to help. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is a plan and some new tools. That is why I created the Restaurant Manager Certification. It's a boot camp for aspiring restaurant leaders designed to simplify your path to the top. Learn more at therestaurantboss.com/manager. I hope you enjoyed this week's training video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, would you go ahead and smash the like button right up there so you can get notified every week when we release a new free training video. I've also gone ahead and put a couple of videos for you here and here that I think you're going to enjoy. Remember, systems create freedom. Freedom creates value, and value creates scale. Manage systems, develop people, and be awesome.